You know why my T ass was working when I was being rude and calling y'all names? Cause you bout was the person who needed this product. And you still ain't clicked this link down here in the description box to get this product. Girl, what you waiting on? And I'm being nice. Bye, bitch. Bye. Now, so girl, so I just got through watching Love and Marriage Huntsville from the other night. And I must say, I walked away from this episode feeling kind of frustrated and infuriated because I have a problem with grown people playing in my damn face when I know better. Y'all want to talk about it? Here it goes. Now, so girl, I'm just gonna start this thing off by saying, Tisha get on my last damn nerve and I'm about tired of her ass. And I'm gonna let y'all know when we get down to it. Let me break this thing down in order. So the episode opens up with Maurice going to visit Marsau after his accident, and Marsau's letting us know his stomach hurts and he hates that he missed the trip. And how was the camping trip going and what did they talk about? And Maurice opens up and says Martell was very vulnerable, which we have to give him cool points. He was, and I read the comments on one of my last videos, and somebody suggested that maybe Martell feels a bit more comfortable being vulnerable around Cedric and Maurice, and they suspected that if Marsau was there, Martell probably would not have been as vulnerable. And you know what? For some odd reason, I believe that. I don't know enough about the dynamic of their relationship to speak to as to why that's true. But I do believe that Martell feels a bit more comfortable letting his guard down around Maurice and Cedric for whatever reason. Anyway, Maurice decides he's not going to tell Marsau the truth about Martell. There's too many damn M names. Marsau, Martell, Maurice. And then when they was at the grandma house calling all them kids names, Melania, Mariah, Martell, whatever the other one name is, I guess it's Melody, child, Melody. It's too much. Like, got me all tongue-tied. Damn it, all these damn M names. Making me think this hard at 11:24 at night. Melody's in the bathroom talking to her daughters about their hair and stuff. Now let me ask y'all a question, and I know there are some of y'all out there that watch me who are just so committed to disliking and misunderstanding everything that I say that I'm never going to be able to win with y'all. But I'm asking a genuine question, right? And I don't have children, so forgive me. And instead of condemning me and call me stupid, I'm trying to learn. When Melody was talking to her daughters and she was saying, you know, oh, your hair is so beautiful, and you notice your crown, and you know that your braids mean this, and you know that it felt corny and stupid to me. And while I'm smart enough to understand that children need positive reinforcement, they need, positive imagery, they need, words of affirmation. The question that I have is, do those types of conversations, do they work? That's the only question I got. It ain't because they black girls and if they have, some of y'all are so fucking stupid when it comes to y'all trying to paint me out as somebody who hates dark-skinned black women. If they hair was straight, you wouldn't be asking this. Whatever. At any rate, I'm just wondering, and I follow suit with the event that Tisha was doing. Again, let me start out by saying I commend her and her cousin for doing it. I think that we need all types of positive programming for our children. Those children look bored as fuck. They look bored as all fuck. And while I know that it's important to hear it, it's one thing to hear it and then go out in the world and see otherwise. So again, my question is, does simply standing up in front of a group of children and saying, you know you're beautiful, you know your skin is beautiful, you know your hair is beautiful, does it work? When the magazines and the TV shows and the greater environment doesn't reinforce those words. I'm just so prepared right now for y'all to find a way to misconstrue this and make me all types of whatever. I guess that's what I get for being vulnerable and asking real life fucking questions. And I thought no question was a stupid question. Nevertheless, the event is where Tisha got on my nerves, right? So Tisha has probably gone the large part of her life, probably gone through the majority of her relationships, being the fun, loving, ditzy friend. And that worked as long as it was serving her, us, them, the collective. At this point, the passive aggressive, dumb blonde shit is just not working anymore. LaTisha Scott, it's not serving you. It's actually making you look very bad. You look very bad. You look stupid. And Mel keeps winning in the court of public opinion because she keeps one-upping you on the maturity. And you're left looking stupid. To be quite honest, I forgot why you and Mel even fell out. But all I feel in this moment is that you the one keeping it going. As the viewers, we really don't even care about what happened last season. All we know that this is a new season and you still there with the same old shit. The four of y'all are sitting there at the damn round, at the chair, sitting in a U shape, talking about a girls trip. You are a college educated woman. And you gonna sit there and ask who all was invited? It was a dig. It was you being shady. Because if somebody in the group was not invited, she wouldn't have extended the invitation to you and excluded someone so blatantly in their face. Like, miss me with the passive aggressiveness. Then it became, well, can I drive my own car in case I have to leave? Playing with that ugly ass braid and that tacky ass piece of Gucci neck thing you had around your neck. Just because it was Gucci didn't mean it was good. The shit looked stupid and so did you. And I don't blame Mel for getting up. Because you were spewing off arrows of negativity. Then when she called your ass out and asked you questions about it, you did the one thing that makes me hate passive aggressive people. And I've always said passive aggressiveness bothers me because it hits one of my largest triggers, which is playing on my fucking intelligence. You do just enough to make the person question themselves, but not enough to nail you to the cross in court. So when Mel asked you about the negativity that you were definitely spewing, then you wanted to revert to being an old ditzy blonde white woman. What? You experiencing negativity? What? Like, you've mastered the art of how to shrink and revert to being 13 years old as a means of manipulating people. I figured that out about you. It's your weapon. What? You found negativity from me? You got so meek and mild mannered, but you were over there throwing a mountain full of shade previous. Like, And Tisha, I know I interviewed you and Kimmy and it was great, but I'm really starting just to not fucking like you as a person. Like, it's just hard to, like, especially when you're just an adult and you're a straightforward person, and we're sitting here looking at a situation that could be put to bed. Put the shit to bed already. And then I think what was even more infuriating about LaTisha in this episode, and I'm gonna need my married folks to help me out with this, because I was talking to one of my best friends who's married, and she gave me a little bit of insight. But your mama walked into your house and started all types of chaos and confusion with your husband. She's already planted all types of seeds of doubt in your head about Kimmy and about Mel. Now she's planting seeds of doubt in your head about your husband. She was completely disrespectful to your husband in front of your face, but somehow or another you find a way to get mad with Marsau, and in my opinion, for simply defending himself from your mama and her verbal attacks. Marsau is a better man than I would ever freaking be, because Wanda would not be able to bring her motherfucking ass in my house. Anything she wanted and needed from you, she would have had to stay out in the parking lot and blow. Okay? On the flip side of things, Marsau about ain't got no choice to deal with it, because he look like he don't have one to deal or raise his own fucking children. So I guess dealing with Wanda is the cause, and he'd rather deal with Wanda than deal with his own damn children, which is so pathetic and patriarchal and misogynistic and so many other things that we can do a video on another day. But for me, when it comes to respect and disrespect, and maybe I'm just different than a lot of y'all, I don't give a fuck who you are. I cuss out children, and I cuss out grown people, and I cuss out mamas and grandmas. If you old enough to dish it, you old enough to take it back. I don't understand why the rules have to be so complicated when the main rule is just respect. If everybody was just respectful across ages, across races, across genders, there would be no need for all this nuance. Well, my mama could be rude because that's my mama and she older than you. Don't say nothing back to my mama. Let me say something. I'm not going through all of that. I'm not pushing. I'm not pulling out no rule book, no computer program script of if-then statements. If this happens, then this. I'm not. That's too much. When respect begets respect. Now, I was talking to my married friend Quisha, and she was saying that she would feel some type of way if her husband said something to her mama, was rude to her mama. And she was saying, you know, you say something to me and I'll say something to my mama. And I said, okay, I could understand that. She was like, just the way like my husband won't want me to say nothing disrespectful to his mama, say something to him and let him handle it. Okay, I haven't been married before, but I do recognize your wife and your husband cussing out your mama can cause all types of friction in the family. So that's probably the best way to handle it. But what happens when your mother disrespects me? I relay it to you and you don't handle it. My question is, how much more of this is Marsau supposed to take before he really hurt Wanda's feelings? Because the school of hard knocks has taught me that the only reason a motherfucker keep bothering you is because you ain't hit their ass hard enough. And that's the God honest truth when it comes to Wanda. The only reason Wanda keep fucking with Marsau because he ain't hit her hard enough. And I don't mean physically. He ain't read her the riot act with all the thunder of a lion and put her in her goddamn place. Wanda does not respect boundaries. And I feel like what Marsau has done was said, for the sake of keeping peace in my house, we just gonna let Wanda be Wanda and I'm gonna crack jokes and ignore it. But it's not cool. It's not cool, and it really triggered me the level of energy that Tisha found to defend her mama when her mama was wrong. And then to find out that everything that Wanda was stirring up in the background that you're actually taking to heart and questioned your husband on why it is he drove his sports car to go camping. Now, you know, I didn't put much into the sports car camping correlation And then I thought about it, and I'm like, well, you know what? I mean, now that you mentioned it, yeah, I don't think the average person would drive their nicer vehicle to go camping, especially considering the fact that we associate camping with fishing and mud and dirt and equipment and rocks and stuff like that. If you have a truck would be better suited for that. But maybe the real answer is because they didn't go camping, they just went up the street and filmed the scene. There's something in my spirit that doubts that they slept over down to that camping thing and that they went and did 2 or 3 hours worth of work and got back in the car and came home. So maybe he really wasn't going camping, and maybe that's the answer. I think the problematic thing is whenever Wanda finds something that she can't find a place to put it in, it's always going to be about Martell was cheating. Like, why wasn't her default school of thought he had to go do business before going to camping, so he took his nicer car? Or he had to go get the brake service before he went camping, so he took the nicer car. You automatically defaulted to he was with somebody else, which suggests that no matter what Marsau does, he's not going to be able to win for losing when it comes to Wanda, because she has made up in her mind that she is going to see what she wants to see. But the fact, Tisha, that you allow your mother to disrespect your husband to the magnitude in which he did, I wouldn't be surprised if Marsau left your ass and left you high and dry with your damn mammy. Because that's I'm just not feeling you right now. The other thing that bothered me in this episode was Martell talking to his mom. Again, it baffles me because it's so black and white for me. But Martell's thought process, at no point does he stop. Like Kimmy pointed out with Tisha an episode or two ago, you keep starting in the middle and you don't start at the beginning. You're not mad that you cheated and as a result of it your family is crumbling. You are mad because Mel keeps telling the world you cheated. Now let's break this down. You're bothered because the whole world knows you're a cheater. And that bothers you because there is a level of negative consequence associated with it. So you recognize that cheating is a negative thing because there's a negative consequence associated with it. Then why do it? Why do it? It's so simple. Like, it's so simple. And I'm going to use an analogy that I used in my Harry and Meghan video. White people would rather add 800 tasks to their plate than to do the one task of stop being racist. In this marriage, you added 800 other hurdles, obstacles, all types of juggling games and things to do in an effort to have your cake and eat it too, when all you had to do was the one thing, which was stop cheating. Even now, with all this complication going on, then you further complicate your life by getting this young lady pregnant. You go meet with Chris and you find out that you can't move any property or money to 47 acres because of the divorce. So my next question comes, because again, now you're making everything Mel's fault. She messing up my money. Give her a quick divorce. You fighting for full custody of the kids Why? I don't negate that you're a good father. You already proven that. But you know good and goddamn well that you are not equipped nor prepared to be their 24-hour round-the-clock custodial parent. You are doing it from a place of vindictiveness. And you are only hurting yourself, because I am more than sure that contesting custody is keeping y'all from being able to get a quick divorce. Thus, you are the one prolonging and messing up the property and stuff being sold. You want to cheat on this woman, treat her like shit, embarrass her, go get another bitch pregnant multiple times, and then want somebody to acquiesce to your exit? Make it make sense, please. Then on top of that, you see your mother crying, and you said it made you feel bad that you brought your mother pain. It should. Because it looked like for once you finally realized that your actions are hurting a lot of fucking people. And I'm sorry, and I'm going to say this, and I know I've built a certain rapport with this young lady, but Arian Kirby, you stupid as fuck. You have got to be one of the dizziest young bitches ever walking the earth. You and your fucking mama. I don't know how you sit. This man don't called you a peasant on TV, then don't sat up on national TV and all but said he wish you wasn't pregnant, wish this wasn't going on, and you just still laid up and in love with this man. Like, what happened to you as a little girl? Seriously, mama. And I know you watch my videos. Like, I know you have to take some of this to heart and think about it. What happened to you? Like I just could not imagine being this fucking pathetic. So smitten by someone that they could just habitually just disrespect my very existence, the very fiber of my being, so perpetually and so regularly and so with so much vitriol, and still be there and smile and suck dick and walk around in a thong and get my pussy wet for him. I just don't understand it. You a better woman than I ever be. You know? And maybe that's why you're better suited for him, because you're stupid and that's what he needs. And it's all for what? Just because Martell wanted to hold on to these misogynistic ass ideals. And see, you know, I acknowledge the fact that I asked the question in a previous video where I said, what the fuck did your mama do or not do that made you this way? And some of y'all jumped down my throat. You read more into it, and y'all made it about, why am I blaming the black woman? Why am I blaming the mama? You know, the black women, the mama always gets the blame. You didn't mention anything about the daddy. I didn't mention anything about the daddy because it's a given that the daddy was not in the equation and the daddy did not raise him. And I get it. Thus, that's part of the problem too. So the dad deserves some blame. But I'm talking about the indoctrination and the education that he got from the mama. And I'm going to tell you something. We caught a glimpse of it when she started crying at the pain in which her son put Melody in. And then instead of letting him sit in it like a grown man, she came back behind it with the very strong, but you a good man. No, the fuck he's not. No, he's not, Ma. He's not a good man. About as good as that damn color job your ass had. That good. He's not a good man, Savannah. He's not. And that's what gave me a glimpse into partially how he was raised. Being celebrated for mediocrity. Being told you're a good man when you're not. He's not a good man, Ma. Good men don't do this. Good men don't go fuck up people's lives. Good men are not dishonest. He's a good provider. We'll give him that. Give him good where he deserves good. But he is not a good man. And you complicit in his bullshit by crafting this narrative or pumping into him that he is. He isn't. And that's about how he's become what it is he's become, because you keep providing a damn illusion for him. Martell Holt is not a good man. There's nothing good about him. He's not a good friend. The way he throw his male counterparts under the bus because of his bullshit. He ain't a good man to Aaron Curry, and he ain't a good man to Melanie Holt. How is he a good man, Mom? Good where? Let me get off the line, y'all, because I don't got too invested in this shit. I'll call y'all. Fuck this shit, man.